Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a cook and clean with me. First I'm going to be cleaning up my home, getting it all picked up, and then I'm going to be cooking some dinner at the end of the video. So definitely make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to be sharing my cabbage noodle recipe.
How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you.
So now that my living room is all cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead and start folding some laundry. I only had my husband's t-shirts to fold in this basket, and then I had like 2 baskets of my own laundry to fold. I don't know if you guys do this too, but I always wait until I'm completely out of clothes to do my own laundry because I'm constantly preoccupied with my family's laundry, that I always put mine on the back burner. So that is why you see like a giant pile of my clothes. It's because I haven't done my own laundry in like 2 weeks.
Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. 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 How do you move on when everything is wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what you said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. Just a little bit. Love you a little bit more. Love you a little bit more. Just a little bit. Love you a little bit more. You started a fire somewhere deep in my mind. See the barbed wire, the place is thrown all wide. Cause I don't know if it'll be enough, or if they really care. There's a stairway down for the both of us, but let's not go there. You got me thinking, whoa, telling you, pack up your suitcase, we'll find a new place. awaken my spirit now. You got me thinking, whoa, I don't know.
Now that my giant pile of clothes are all folded and put away, I'm gonna move on to my dining room. My kids recently wanted to color and do some art, so that's what I'm cleaning up off the table now. Just my daughter's butterfly coloring book and my other daughter's Doc McStuffin's book, and just some crayons and markers and things like that. So I'm gonna get that all cleaned off.
We'll cross the border, can't stay no longer in this town.
So moving on to the kitchen, before I cook anything for dinner, I have to clean up my kitchen because it overwhelms me whenever my kitchen is dirty and I'm trying to cook in my kitchen with it messy and there's things all over the counter. I just get overwhelmed really easily whenever I'm cooking. So what I like to do is I just like to put everything away, clean off my countertops, clean off my stove, and get ready to cook.
Looking at me with those eyes, yeah. Put some music on, turn the lights down low, throw the pillows off the bed, blow the candles out, move your body slow. You got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go.
Okay, so it is almost time to cook dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what you need for my cabbage noodle recipe. So you're going to need 1 package of kibasi. You're gonna need 1 head of cabbage, a yellow onion, a stick of butter, and egg noodles. We used medium egg noodles, and I'll explain why in just a little bit, but that is everything you're gonna need for this recipe. Because I have 2 small children, I like to get the unskinned kibasi. If you shop at Aldi a lot, sometimes they have the unskinned kibasi, but most of the time they just have the skinned. But regardless, I cut my kibasi into 4 pieces, so that way my kids don't choke on it, and it's easier for them to eat. And honestly, my husband likes whenever the kibasi pieces are cut smaller. So I just cut it straight down the middle, and then I cut it straight down the middle again, and then I chop it up into pieces, and that is how I cut my kibasi into 4 pieces. I go ahead and cut up all of the kibasi and put it into my large pan. Normally I don't show myself washing my cutting board in between ingredients, but I figured I would show just to prove that I don't cross-contaminate. Now I'm getting out my head of cabbage and my 1 yellow onion. I'm gonna start off by cutting up my yellow onion into, I would say, like medium-sized pieces. Like I chop it up and then I cut it into like 3 sections. I'm gonna put that into my pan, and then I'm also gonna cut up my cabbage. I don't use the whole head of cabbage, but I use a majority of it. And now it is time to start cooking all the ingredients. So I have my kibasi in one pan, I have my onion and cabbage in the other one, and then I have another pot out for my egg noodles. I like to add, I'm not really sure how much, but just a little bit of water into my onion and cabbage just so that it sort of steams the vegetables while it cooks, and then I always cover it so that way the top cooks as well. As they get done, you'll see them start to be a little bit transparent and limp, so that is whenever you know that they are done. So this time for cabbage noodles, because I did the Walmart delivery, I got the medium with egg noodles, and honestly guys, we liked this egg noodle way more than the extra wide one, just because we saw that there was more substance and the noodles didn't get as mushy. So I think I'm just gonna start doing medium with egg noodles for my cabbage noodles from now on. It was a mistake to get them because I always get the extra wide, but it was a good mistake because we actually liked it better. And I found that too, because we eat this the next day for leftovers as well. Getting the medium with egg noodles isn't as mushy the next day after you reheat it. Now that the kibasi is done, I like to cook my kibasi until it's just a little bit browned on each side. Not necessarily burnt, but just browned. And then I'm gonna take it off the heat. The egg noodles are done, so I'm gonna take that off. I didn't show this on camera, and I'm not really sure why, but I went ahead and put 1 stick of butter into my cabbage and onion pot. And I went ahead and took it off the heat and put the butter in. That way it melts in with the vegetables, and then I just dump it onto the noodles. I took my egg noodles off of the heat. I'm gonna dump them back into my pot. And now I'm just gonna put all the ingredients into the one pot and mix it up. Guys, this recipe is so good. It is one of our favorites, and it is one of the recipes that I make whenever we are on a strict budget. It makes a lot. It's not very expensive to make, so it'll feed a family of 4 for a few nights, and even for like work lunches, or it'll feed a larger family plenty. So definitely check it out. I highly recommend this recipe if you are on a tight budget like we are. And dinner is ready to be served. I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to click on this video and watch. I really hope you try this recipe. It is so good, it's inexpensive, and it's a very comforting meal. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next one.